Pallavi, taking the discussion forward as far as Rishi's relationship with India is concerned, I'll credit his leadership as far as his prime ministerial role in UK is concerned when it comes to attacks that have taken place on Indians, when it comes to the Khalistani attacks, when it comes to the K issue. We've seen Britain and Australia be more proactive in condemning the role of Khalistan in their countries compared to, say, Canada. And not just that, even his own relationship or the kind of bonhomie we see on screen that he shares with the Indian Prime Minister goes on to indicate his fondness for the country.
Oh yes, absolutely. In fact, there has often been a criticism of the Canadian Prime Minister that he's not done enough as far as the Khalistani movement over there is concerned. And his critics certainly have accused him of going soft as far as the Khalistani elements in Canada is concerned. Just 4 days before Rishi Sunak was to arrive in India, he made it very, very clear that any form of extremism is completely unacceptable, and I'm going to come up with a very strong step against all those who are trying to promote Khalistan. That is as far, and that was really good news for India, because India's concern often has been that, you know, they are the ones who are going to pose a danger as far as Indian territory integrity is concerned. And, you know, when you have the advanced countries or the superpowers actually give support to India's apprehension and fears and stand by us, even if it is someone like Britain and under Rishi Sunak, that is a very, I would say, an emboldening messaging and experience for India. So that did come as very good news when in a public comment, this is exactly what the British Prime Minister said. But to just go back to his Hindu roots, from attending Murari Babu's Ram Katha to actually making it a point to go to a mandir or a temple in Southampton where he was born, and of course doing the cow seva, all of that has been a part of a narrative. There is this criticism that has Britain become intolerant? Is there rising racism? You know, there have been acts of racism in, say, Birmingham and Leicester, and there was this concern raised, are Indians being targeted, or dark-skinned people, as some would call it, are being targeted. I think he wanted to send out a message that I'm a Hindu, and everyone, just about everyone, even those who are minorities, outsiders, all of them are going to be getting an equal share and will be looked upon equally. And I think that's also a message he's going to carry across from what we saw at Rajghat earlier this morning.
True. In fact, let me also bring in my guest. I'm joined in by Major General A.K. Siwach, who's also a defense expert. Many thanks to you, Major General, for joining in. You know, we're discussing the key, one of the key leaders who's also turned up at the summit, and that is the UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. We've also shared images with our viewers of his and his wife Aksharamurthy's visit to the Akshardham temple. Major General, how do you see Rishi Sunak's presence in India pan out? Interestingly, he's taken pride in his Hindu roots. He's talked about it earlier as well, but this time on his visit to India, he requested Prime Minister Modi that I would like to visit a mandir. And when he was addressing the media, he's also gone on to say how he missed the gusto of not being able to celebrate Janmashtami because of his busy schedule. What do you make of the kind of messaging that will come out of his visit to Akshardham temple at a time which is very politically significant for him in Britain?
Absolutely, it's a very positive step, and we as Indians are proud of Rishi Sunak, that he, being a Hindu, is a Prime Minister of United Kingdom. And as far as the religion is concerned, it's a personal faith which he has very clearly told. As far as you know, to get the peace and harmony within himself, he celebrates his religion, which is Hinduism, and he has come in India, and the way he has visited Akshardham temple and all. So this shows that he is a religious man, and he is a good human being, and he wants to look after the humanity. And the religion is a personal issue, and that's what he has conveyed. And we as Indians are proud of him because he has got an Indian roots. That is very important. Now, as far as we are concerned, we had some concern. The biggest concern was basically the Khalistani elements which were there in United Kingdom. And just 4 days back, before he has come to India, he has passed a very strong message that he is not going to tolerate any type of terrorist activity in United Kingdom, and especially the Khalistan movement. I suppose that's a very strong message sent by Rishi Sunak. And also that he has come with a very open mind and wants to ask the question, the relationship between United Kingdom and India He said that they are on the upswing. He has got a full respect and faith in Prime Minister Modi's leadership. As far as the free trade agreement is concerned, it is action in progress, and very soon you will find free trade agreement being signed between both the countries, UK and India, and especially UK need India more than India need UK after the Brexit. So therefore the point is that as far as India and UK is concerned, we are long way to go. Our relationship are on the upswing. We are finding it, the trade is increasing now, and with Rishi Sunak on the helm of United Kingdom, we are expecting this relationship to go to a much higher heights, and that's what's happening. And we feel that the free trade agreement will be also become a ground reality in time to come, which indication has been given by Rishi Sunak. And as far as the Indian roots are concerned, we are proud of him. He has come here, and the way he has gone to Akshardham temple, that shows how religious he is. And to be a religious is to be a good human being, and he is sending a very strong message to United Kingdom also. All those minorities which are there in UK, they are equally treated like any majority of Christians and the white people. I think he takes a very good message from India, and we are proud of him that he, being an Indian,
Right.
is today basically having
Right.
an Indian roots, is the Prime Minister of UK.
Absolutely. Abhishek is back with us. Abhishek, while many will be taking pride in this visit by UK's Prime Minister to Akshardham, the fact of the matter remains that FTA remains a significant bone of contention between India and Britain. And as Major General rightly pointed out, that Britain needs it more than us. Yet there are several unresolved issues which need to be solved before this FTA gains more momentum. Despite the kind of negotiations and the work that we've seen, something that India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal also voiced, what are those details that still need ironing out? What are those creases?
You see, issues of certain commodities that will be available in Indian markets with a lower taxation, issues of service sector of India being opened for UK people, and mobility and number of professionals that both countries would allow in each other to work as a young professional is something that they are not being able to agree with. We have recently seen for a temporary arrangement, there has been 3,000 visas that were issued for people in the age bracket of 21 to 30 years as young professionals who could go to UK, or the people from UK could come to India and they can contribute for their professional work in their respective companies. But the permanent structure of such mobility pact, that is something that the two sides are trying to negotiate upon. Also, we have seen so many times the UK-India FTA deal has been postponed. We knew that it was supposed to be signed last year during the time of Diwali. Then there was this political turmoil in UK. 3 prime ministers got changed. Christmas, that deadline also was missed. But now it looks like Rishi Sunak is very much on track. The kind of bonhomie that he has shown with Prime Minister Modi, his expression of interest in India, that tells that probably the two sides would be soon able to sign the deal. It is being also reported that in a couple of months' time, Rishi Sunak could come to India for a bilateral visit, during which the FTA between India and UK may be signed. So this is still in the phase of negotiations, but having proved negotiating ability, India during the G20 presidency, India can very well go ahead, iron out the differences with USA, and we can very well hope that a new UK-India FTA deal will be signed soon.
Absolutely. Major General, when we talk about the kind of pressures that may be facing, the UK Prime Minister is currently facing, taking into consideration UK is going to be headed into elections soon, what are those key sticking points that Rishi Sunak will be keeping in mind while walking that tightrope when it comes to maintaining that balance between honouring his own Indian roots, his Hindu identity, vis-a-vis what Britain wants at the moment?
Absolutely. See, as far as his Indian roots are concerned, that is one side. When he is talking as a Prime Minister of the UK, his loyalty is completely to his country, and rightfully so. The point today is this free trade agreement. He's got a number of issues which are there, because once we have a free trade agreement with a country, then the tariff will not be there. The trade will be much smoother.